Welcome back to Mariner Mondays. It's about how long you keep Trenton Thornton out there. Oh, God. The Seattle Mariners, they're not doing too bad over the past week,
What
to
are
be
they?
honest with you.
Do we even know what they're doing? Are they good? Are they bad? What are they?
I think
Well,
we like much
unfortunately,
like the Red Sox, we have achieved mid.
yeah, that and the Astros, they didn't gain any ground on the Astros lately, which, you know,
Sounds right.
I want to know, like, I would like to see, like, we can see trade details. I would like to see the details of the trade the Houston Astros made with the Devil to do
Yeah.
this all the time because I'm tired of it.
I think it's called
Um,
having good baseball players on the team.
Having a front office that knows when to sign free agents, knows how to develop major league talent, knows how to evaluate major league. I don't care. Uh,
Unfortunately, doesn't know how to name a ballpark. What the hell is a Daikin?
it
And
is
air
Pride Month.
conditioner,
It is
apparently.
Pride
I
Month.
miss I miss my juice. I I miss my Minute Maid. That's Charlotte, that was a good one. I'm sorry, I stepped over it.
I miss my juice. You guys are terrible. I said it'd been a good past week, but I
It's
forgot
been
that
an
Red
okay
Sox
week.
series kind of doo-doo sucked.
Yeah,
Um, ugh, terrible.
at least they won
Yeah,
on your birthday.
yes, this is true. They did. Cal Raleigh hit a grand slam for me.
Yes, he didn't do
Thank,
that on my birthday, which is a shame.
thanks, Cal.
Yeah. He told
Um,
me he loved Charles more than you. Sorry.
I can see that. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
we're supposed to reveal that to the public. Damn it.
My bad.
Um, yeah, no, the Guardians series to begin the homestand was solid. I mean, you sweep a Cleveland team that's not bad. I mean, they're not quite the Guardians that they've been in the past, but I mean, they're still pretty solid. I forget that they've got Lane Thomas. Um, but yeah, then the Red Sox come to town. The Red Sox who have exploded Alex Bregman, um, and who traded away Rafi Devers right before they came here. And it didn't really seem to matter too. I mean, they kind of squeaked out their offense, although they scored five total runs in the series. The problem is the Mariners scored all of their runs seemingly in the middle game of the series, 8-0. They did it for my birthday. So sorry guys. I'll take that one. Yeah, they scored the only run they scored outside of that 8-run game was the 1-3 loss in the series finale where Luis Castillo didn't pitch terribly. He just literally got the one run of one run support. Um, that's gracious. Yeah. So that wasn't the greatest. But I mean, 4-2 homestand in a vacuum is not bad, right? You go on the road though to begin this 10-game set, where for some reason we're playing the Minnesota Twins for 4 games on the road again. Like, why? I was there for two last year where Taylor Saucedo like ripped his ankle apart trying to
Oh,
cover
God, that's
first,
right.
right? And I'm sitting there in the Minnesota Twins press box. I'm like, oh God, I'm like, what have I done?
Yeah, going to
Um,
games in Minnesota are always scary. Target Field
Scary place.
does not bode
It's
well.
actually a nice ballpark.
It's a lovely
Um,
ballpark.
Wrigley Field, though, I don't actually the 206 number back here. Where is it? That's from
Hmm.
Wrigley. I said, me, I'm taking a piece of you home with me. Um, Mariners scored what, like 30 runs
This is
at Wrigley
insane.
Field.
Something in there, yeah.
Nine in the series opener, seven in the middle game of the series that they lost, and 14 in the final. The Seahawks actually, I'm going to scare Jake. The Seahawks beat the Bears 14-6 on the road. Two
Don't do this to
touchdowns
me.
with extra points. The Bears just two field goals. That sounds about right for the Chicago Bears organization.
Don't remind me of the
Chicago,
worst football game ever played.
worst. Donovan Solano is apparently like the best first baseman ever. Dominic
I don't
Canzone
believe it.
is awake, and Cal
I
Raleigh should be the MVP of everything. The MVP. You hear that, Cal? Just gonna keep looking down at him. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make the weekly recap shorter, but they're 39 and 37 now. And again, unfortunately, they just have not gained any ground on the Astros Houston, because Houston is 7-3 in their past 10 games. So lovely. It's just even in a year where they don't have a good Houston team, you're still second. You're still second. Like this is not a good division. But because you are inept in your own right, doesn't matter. So I will open the floor to this before we get into our more player-based themes, my friends. Um, Sir Jakey,
Hmm.
happy late birthday to you, sir. Um, what did the past week, but I think since we didn't do an episode, what, last week, we can kind of lump in um past week too, where they finished their road trip in Arizona. I have to keep the schedule. I keep closing the tab. I don't know why I'm doing that. You
Hmm.
can keep the Arizona Cleveland series in there, but what did the past 2 weeks of games tell you about this Seattle Mariners Ball Club LLC? And then Wisner Brittany, you are after that.
I mean, the past 2 weeks are like it's shocking how balanced it is. Get swept by the D-backs, sweep the Guardians. Uh, Go 1-2 on the Red Sox, go 2-1 on the Cubs. Like I think we've done it. I think we have achieved Nirvana, and by that I mean I think we have achieved mid. The Mariners have been very good, and they've been very bad this year, and finally we are now mid and maybe kind of good. And I do think that is probably more accurate to like where the Mariners are going to be at the end of the year. I think they're going to be mid but kind of good, like at least by the record. Um, and I think that's what like we have been expecting the Mariners to be this year. You know, win. You know, it's a club built to win 54% of games.
Ugh.
And I'm sorry to bring that up, but I think that is, you know, it's what they are built to do, and to be the bare minimum to do that. And I think that's succeeding as much as like it um, is extremely lame. I do not believe that. So here's the thing, right? I'm a fake and a fraud, and I have no core beliefs at all. So I do not believe that Donovan Solano is actually good. However, I do believe that Cal Raleigh is this good, and it's not streaky, and this is going to be sustained. And that's the main thing that I've learned over the past week is that I'm a fake and a fraud, I guess. Yeah.
No, you didn't need to tell me that. Um,
Like, oh,
Brutal.
God, the ceiling for this team is high and the floor is so freaking low that I'm just ready and buckling in for a roller coaster of a season. I just think it's going to continue to be a roller coaster. Like, we've achieved mid for now. We could get mopped in Minnesota and it would not shock me in the least. And we could mop Minnesota and it would not shock me in the least. So, yeah, I am buckled in on this roller coaster ride because the way they have built this is when you have Cal doing what he's doing, which is just the constant, and JP, who has been relatively constant, but you throw in Donovan Solano and an 800 slug in the month of June, and Randy coming around, and Dominic Canzone doing what he's doing, and Miles Mastroboni showing up, and Mitch Garver with a 124 WRC plus in the month of June because what and why not? Then you have a high ceiling team. You have a team, especially if Logan Gilbert goes out and looks the way that he did, you have a good ball club. But then you get to the point where it's just Cal Raleigh and a little bit of JP Crawford, and you have an incredibly bad baseball team.
oh,
Um, so yeah, let's buckle in. This is gonna be a fun roller coaster ride. Fun might not be the word. Um, enter-
jarring.
Entertaining.
It will be.
Take take your motion sickness pills.
Ah,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, it's funny you mentioned Mitch Garver. I totally forgot that he had a two-homer game.
He sure did. Good for him
Good for
too,
Mitch.
honestly. Like what an awful stretch he had been on. And
The
that
past two
can
years.
be really defeating. Yeah, the past 2 years, but like, he came in to start this year and he was hitting lefties. He was at
Yeah.
least doing his job to a degree in April and hitting lefties, and then he just stopped and he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. And so it's good to see that he was able to not get entirely defeated and take advantage of some wins in Wrigley. And yeah, God, he needed that.
I'm so happy for Mitch Garver because I like him. He's a
It's a
he's a
great
he's a
he's
nice little
a very
guy.
genuine good human
Yeah,
being.
he seems like it.
So, yeah, I'm not trying to get ahead. I will get back to Logan Gilbert, but it's funny to look at the Twins June and they took 3 of 4 against the Oakland Athletics at the beginning of the month. And then have lost one, two, three, four, 5 straight series, including getting swept by the former Seattle Pilots and the Milwaukee Brewers to begin their current homestand.
And they got a ton of runs put up on them.
So we'll see. Speaking of a guy who is back and hasn't necessarily given up a ton of runs since he's returned, Logan Gilbert. I don't know why I'm talking like this. You can put me down, please. Um, yeah, Logan's back.
He turns
Uh,
24 and he's like, "Oh, I'm so old. It's time to go."
Seriously, put me down, take me out
my
back.
internal clock is
Okay.
ticking.
My
Um,
bones are dissolving in my very body.
yeah, no, Logan, 2 starts back. Um, since the what was it, the forearm? Um,
Flexor
yeah,
strain,
flexor
right?
strain. Thank you. Yeah, 2 starts at since the flexor strain. I mean, 5 innings in each. Definitely more solid in that game against Boston. 3 hits, just 2 earnies. 1 walk, 10 punchies, which I'm like, if you're coming back and you're striking out 10 batters in your first game back, and it's like, as much as I like to make fun of Boston, the city generally, but the Red Sox, um, it's not a bad lineup. It's still a very weird lineup to think because who's their longest tenured? They're weird. Anyway, Wrigley, I feel like I should give him like like grace
It's
considering.
you got to weight it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 hits, 4 runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts in the game yesterday in the win. Um, so nice for him to get that win. But
I missed yesterday's game. Was his velo good throughout?
I can double check. Um, yes, I
Because
can double check this. But
that's really like the one thing I'm keeping a close eye on is throughout the next couple starts, is he able to maintain that velo?
yeah, um,
The flexor strain so frequently turns into Tommy John. I just feel like I'm holding my breath.
Yeah.
knock wood on that one. Scary. You say the words of doom. Be
I
careful.
know. I know. Is that
Thomas
like
and
saying
Jonathan is
Voldemort? Should
being
we like have a
summoned.
No.
different?
Yeah, it's like red rum. So, whoa.
All right. I'll think.
Um, oh, it was like, who's hitting 100s in this game? It's Carlos Vargas. Yeah, okay, Vargy, get out of the way. Not you. Go away.
Out
Mm,
of the way, old man.
Velo is a little down. Down on the slider. Up on this. Oh, he threw 1 sinker. That doesn't count. Did he even really throw a sinker? I'm down.
I mean,
95.4 on the fastball, 87 on the slider, 82 on the split.
mm,
I mean, his spin was up on all of them except for the curve and the fastball.
ooh.
So keep an eye on that, huh?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, maybe the Boston game you see more of, but Brittany, to you, and then Jake, if you've got anything on it. I mean, you've already kind of mentioned it, but your thoughts on Logan here is it truly just kind of keep an eye on because it is 2 starts, right? It's two
Mhm.
starts.
Yeah.
Um, and if, God forbid that those words come up again or something happens, you still got Logan Evans hanging out. And like he's still locked away in Tacoma. I say
Too many
this about
Lokers.
Tacoma. Tacoma's a fine place, but you know.
No,
You love Tacoma.
Tacoma's a
Charles
place.
loves Tacoma. It's like his favorite place to visit. I yeah, and honestly, like now that Curb seems to have settled in, I feel a little better because I kind of was worried for a minute there we were going to be looking at a rotation without Bryce and Kirby and Logan. And Logan Evans cannot fill all of those holes. That is too many. So with Curb kind of looking like he has settled in, he has got his spring training games out of the way now. I'm kind of just left really paying attention to Logan over the next couple starts. And I'm so glad he's looked the way that he has looked. Um, but yeah, that injury very frequently turns into the surgery that shall not be named. And
Good.
I just hope that he is recovering from each of these two starts well enough and is able to bounce back. If he gets through another two starts looking like this, then I'm gonna feel good. I'll feel really good about him finishing out the year um and having and honestly, that would tell me a lot about when they made the decision to IL him. If he can get
Mm.
through these next two starts, then I'll feel like, okay, they made the right call. Maybe it was a little overly cautious, but it's a good thing they did. Um, so yeah, watching his velo for sure. And it's really nice to have him at the top of your rotation healthy. It makes such a difference. It makes a huge difference for this ball club.
It does. My goat, Logan Gilbert. I miss him. I love him. I really hope that this is a good sign that he's back. I mean, like, because he lost the game, right? This Red Sox game, but he really only made like one bad pitch that got punished, and that's the one that
Yeah.
Duran tripled on,
Yeah.
which is a slider that just ate way too much plate. Anthony's home run was like right on the corner, outside pitch that he gets pulled for a home run. Like that just happens to you sometimes.
Yep.
Um, and the other RBI came off of the bat of, I don't know who it came off the bat of. I wonder. I wonder who could have hit
Yeah, yeah,
in that
yeah.
second run.
You've been waiting the
I
entire podcast
Get it
to
out. Get it out. Let's
plug your
come
Abraham
on.
Toro
I
propaganda.
Yeah, he hit an infield single to score a run. That's pretty cool. But yeah, no, I love Logan Gilbert. I hope he is back. The spin rate being up is interesting while the velo's being down. Like I wonder if that's like something
Mm.
conscious to like I don't want to stress my flexor too much. Let me just spin that and see what
Spin that boy.
happens. Yeah. Um that would also explain why the well maybe not explain, but like suggest as to why the slider to Duran was where it was. Um that or he just, missed a spot, which happens all the time. Um I think it's a good sign. Like I'm not a medicine guy. Um,
Not a doctor?
I'm not a doctor.
I
I'm
could have
not.
I was
sworn you were.
informed that you are a doctor.
Oh, that's a shame. Whoever told you that did a massive disservice to you.
God damn.
Um, I am encouraged by Logan Gilbert's Boston Red Sox game. Um, I like that boy. I like his hair. He used to have way more of it, and I miss that.
You're terrible. You're
Oh,
terrible.
yeah, yeah, I suppose I am. Um,
Suppose I. Oh my God.
they're calling
Well,
me the worst person in history.
whoa,
Whoa,
whoa.
they're calling me
John
that. They
Fisher
might have said they
exists.
were right.
Like,
That is true. That
come on.
is true.
All right.
So does Howard Schultz.
Don't even. Oh, Brittany, I've been awake for like half an hour, and you hit me in the hammer with the reminder of that.
Well,
Wait,
listen.
Speaking of
hit you
guys
in
with
the
a
hammer?
hammer, we're gonna
If
move
you
along here to Cal Raleigh and his big cheeks. He,
More like his big bat. That torpedo bat's pretty good, huh?
you legitimately are running out of things to say about him. Like
Yeah.
he's almost I hate to say this, he's becoming like Tungsten Armo Doyle, and like they're coming up with a new catcher
Don't
thing
do this to
every
me.
single game, and it's
Yeah.
like the Mariners lose 7-10 to the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field. Given Chicago has been very good this year, this Peter Crow Armstrong guy is all right, I hear. Um, just what most home runs before the All Star break. He's now third in Mariners history, behind Ken Griffey. He's got a good chunk of time to beat that. He needs 4 homers to pass Griffey's 35.
There's like
Um,
what, 3 weeks left? 2 weeks left? That's insane. One, two, three. Jeez.
um, what most homers by a switch hitter through a team's first 75 games of the season. First switch
Woo.
hitter ever with 30 plus homers before the All Star break. Fastest to hit 30 homers in a season since Barry Bonds. Oh yeah, Barry Bonds and wow, Luis Gonzalez in
That guy's
2000. Oh, I was born in 2001. Joins Ken Griffey Jr. 3 times to do it as the only Mariners to hit 30 plus homers before the All Star break. Like he's got 30 homer seasons, joining Hall of Famers Mike Piazza, Johnny Bench, and Roy Campanella as the only catchers in MLB history with 3 or more 30 plus. Like again, I didn't know how much better Cal Raleigh could get for he signed a somewhat team friendly extension, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
And he's
It's
doing this.
insane.
He wants to hit those incentives.
It's insane.
Yeah, he
If you
said,
just go on
"Bring me my
Fangraphs
money."
and like click the player search button, the first player who shows up is of
Oh,
course Shohei Ohtani, and the second player is Cal Raleigh. Above Aaron Judge, people are searching up
Arson
Cal Raleigh
Judge.
more.
Yep.
They're like, "Who
It's
is this guy?"
it's remarkable. I mean, he's added over 200 points a slug this year.
Is
That's
that good?
220. That's I think that's pretty good from what I hear. I'm not an expert. I don't know any experts. Um, Present company accepted. He's so good at
it is
baseball, and
insane.
he's good at like all of the baseball. Does the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Um, I honestly think he might be, and this is kind of funny. 30 home runs is cool. 31 home runs is very cool. But I think he might just be more valuable as the guy to lead your young pitchers through games.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he knows what he's doing, he knows how to call a game, and he knows how to talk to young pitchers and to get them to lock in.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what that makes me think of? We were
Yep.
watching in the press box a couple weekends ago the 2022, right?
mhm.
Charles, was it
Yes.
22? Yeah. Series
2022
in
in
And
Houston.
Houston
yeah,
where
hmm
he comes out and he walks out like angry dad with Matt Brash on the mound.
it
This
was
is baby Cal.
bad. Yeah,
And baby Cal just chews out baby Matt Brash and
hmm
Gives him a
says,
minute.
"You don't effing shake me. Like
uh-huh,
what I
Throw what
put
I
down,
pitch.
you
yeah,
throw."
yeah,
And man, is that
JP's
not
in
just
there.
like
Doesn't say
like
a
hmm
Cal
word.
Raleigh
Just
arrived in that
yeah,
moment
yes.
and became the leader of that pitching staff. Oh, that was such a good moment.
And that was the culmination of him getting yanked around a lot by the team that season because we were
A
doing that
ton.
oh,
three-way catcher battle with
Yeah.
him, Terens, and the
Tom
crazy guy
Murphy,
Tom Murphy.
the
Yeah.
crazy guy.
Um, and he lost that battle at first. He was sent down to Tacoma, and
Hmm.
then it was Murphy got hurt, right, and he came back up to replace him.
Yeah, shoulder.
And
Oh
he just
yeah.
locked in after that.
Yeah.
Um, took the starting job from Terens, who throws sliders when he's trying to throw runners out. That's why I made such a good pitcher that game. But I have loved Cal ever since. I remember where I was when the "You're gonna throw what I tell you to throw" mound visit happened. I was in a Whataburger on I-10. Um,
Wow.
yeah, um, watching on my phone because I was out of market at the time and I could do that before the Root Stream app. I am yeah, so I love him for his ability to lead his game, um, regardless of the fact that he is like the second best hitter in baseball right now. I
Yeah.
think that's a true fact.
It's a
Um,
true fact. If you take into account the fact that he hits in the hardest ballpark in all of
yes,
major leagues to hit in, and Aaron Judge hits in a Mickey Mouse ballpark,
that is
you
a
could
true fact.
weight some things there.
Can you
Yeah, yeah,
imagine
yeah.
Cal hitting in that ballpark?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
From the
He'd
left
have
side
like
with the short
800.
porch.
He'd hit
Uh-huh.
800 homers.
I mean, but don't manifest Cal to the Yankees though. Like, don't
Hey,
speak
yeah,
that into
wait.
No,
existence.
it'll never
Sorry,
happen.
sorry.
It'll never happen.
Never happen.
No.
Can you imagine Cal Raleigh adds to his greatness in Seattle by having like a Griffey-esque quote about the Yankees too? He's like, if the Yankees come calling, I am retiring.
Hey,
I'm
grew up
going
a
to a little
Boston
farm
fan.
in Florida. Mm. Oh,
Would you
that's
like to
right.
know Cal Raleigh's worst WRC plus in a season of at least 100 games?
I would love to.
His worst ever WRC plus in a season of at least 100 games is 113.
Oh my God.
Since
Yeah.
arriving full time in 22, he has not been below 113 WRC
And
plus.
that says so much because, like, I think I mentioned this last time we chatted. Like, you're going to get worn down when you're
Mm-hmm.
catching as much as he catches. And they run him out there so much. And
153 games last year.
to that's
Just played in, not
insane.
count, but
That's
played in.
absolutely
Yeah.
nuts. And for him to be able to, I mean, he has to take such good care of his body to be
Mm-hmm.
able to keep doing that. And God, he's tough as nails and to keep running out there and producing. I keep waiting for like the inevitable slump that comes for just every single catcher because they get worn down.
Mm-hmm.
And he has just said, nope, I am on a whole nother level this year and am gonna keep raking. It's really crazy. I mean, the way he commands a pitching staff. He is a platinum glover. He hits in the hardest ballpark to hit in. And if you take all of that into account and that he plays a premium position behind the plate, like, granted, these are arguments outside of your basic stats that you have to make if you're talking MVP over Aaron Judge. But like, if you take those things into account, he 100% is the most valuable player. You
Mm-hmm.
take Cal Raleigh out of the Mariners lineup, that's terrifying.
Yeah, gone.
The
Like as
Yankees
a
will
team.
still be the Yankees to a degree if you take Aaron Judge out of their lineup. He went on a what, like 0 for 12, 0 for 15 streak recently, and
They're fine as a
they're
team.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do think it comes down to position. Like you said, for most valuable, as in like valuable to the team, helped the team the most, it's definitely gotta be Cal, I think.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Last year he started 125 games behind the plate, and even came into 10 more of those at some point. So he
To
caught
catch.
in 135 games last year. And
That's
so
crazy.
far he's at 57, and he's come in as a defensive replacement in one of them. So he's caught 58 games this year.
And the hilarious thing, he hits better when he's catching than
Yeah.
when he's DHing. His numbers are better as a catcher than when he's DHing.
Well, it helps him
So,
get his eye in.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, and then what? Earlier in this year, when he got a day off and he had like a really bad, he didn't have a great game the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm, the fucking crazy thing about everything you guys have just said, he's hitting for fucking average this year.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
56 points higher than where he was last year. And last year he had a great season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If he doesn't
It
hit a
is
home run, he says, that's okay. I will just get a little single here and
Single in the
maybe a
He'll
ball.
double
smack a
here and
fucking
there.
double against the wall
Yeah.
and he'll be fine with it. He
Yeah.
came a triple short of the cycle. What was it? Was it on the 17th? Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He is it's like it's nice to see that he is getting that recognition because I mean, you know, that yeah, we've had it so many times with athletes in the city, let alone Mariners in this, that have come through here. Just
Hmm.
not getting it. Like, look at all the red here, dude. Fucking a hundred batting run value.
He's the most valuable batting runner. What? No. He's the most valuable batter by run value,
I
not
mean,
for.
he's running not too bad either.
That's
Mariners
true.
season uh franchise season steal. No, yeah, most
We
steals
haven't
in a
even
season by a
talked
catcher.
about that. He's
Yeah.
No,
stealing bases.
He's
That's
gonna have a 60-20
insane, you
season.
and he
guys.
doesn't look like outmatched either. He's not like
I this is like a general thing about the Mariners. They have been stealing so well this year.
They have been.
Um,
I was talking about this with someone. I think EY over at first base has really
yeah,
got a good handle
he's
on timing
locked in.
pitchers.
Hmm. I mean, God, who was like Mitch Garver stole a base? Mitch Garver stole third technically, I
Rowdy
think.
Tellez stole a base, you
Yeah,
guys.
it's ridiculous. Because like most, I mean, and this is slightly sacrilegious that bases are really stolen off the pitcher. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, which is like you can have a great pop time and still have no chance of getting somebody out because the pitcher's stretch is too long. Um, and I think the Mariners are taking extreme advantage of that.
I think so
The
too.
base stealing has been great, and Cal's gonna have a 60-20 season. Book it
my God.
as a catcher. Actually, that's not true because in order to have that many stolen bases,
He has
he's
to
got
stop
to.
hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
Yes, yeah, he's got to stop
Yeah.
hitting home runs. He has to hit more singles. Which Cal hitting singles is crazy because it used to just be like double home run or nothing.
Yep. What's his
Typically in
strikeout
like
rate?
22 and 23 when he hit his singles because he hit the ball too hard.
Can you fathom that? It is.
Oh man.
I am glad that a lot of people are already very thankful for Cal Raleigh. But
Hmm.
like, again, hopefully by the whenever he decides to hit that platinum ass down and call it a career, like to look back at what he's achieved, to play under, the formerly I'm gonna say it. I think he's already done. He's like the best catcher in Mariners history already. I'm sorry. Like
He is.
it's done
Yeah.
already. Like to
Yeah.
play under the second best catcher in your franchise's history and be that close with him and to like be a guy that gets it, right? With the city to like tap into the Sonics thing, like spend time here in the off season when he doesn't have to, right? I
No.
mean,
Yep.
he's a Florida guy. Like he gets it. So but yeah, no, great note on the
I'll see
stealing,
you on the
the
Great
base
Beyond.
stealing. The what? What did you say?
I'm exploding.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jake, Jake's always fascinates. Oh yeah, he is exploding. Yeah. I do want to talk to EY. I think next homestand I'm gonna try to do that. But I think with Cal, and I don't know, as a catcher, you can inform me on this. I wonder if just his how he can read a pitcher like helps him steal. He can like see things with these pitches, like, okay, I can get a jump here, maybe better than other
Yeah.
batters can. So
It can definitely help.
I
But
should ask him that.
they've got a little extra. I don't know if it's intel on these pitchers or if it's just the timing. Yeah, when you've got Mitch Garver and Rowdy Tellez swiping bases, I
Rest
think
in
that's
peace,
pretty
by the
good.
way.
I think that's pretty
We
good.
can we can talk about that. Oh, well, we'll wait for well, no,
Did
we
Jake
won't wait.
die?
We got to keep going. Yeah, he's gone right now. We can talk about that in his absence before we get to two of the seemingly other greatest hitters in the Mariners, like right now. Yeah, Luke Rayleigh came back, which is great.
Yeah.
Um, but it unfortunately and you could kind of see this coming. I think when Luke Rayleigh started to have these good games during his rehab assignment with the Rainiers, you're like, okay, something has to happen. You have to make a decision. Um, oh yeah, I can just go over the last few roster moves. Um, 16th, yeah, they sent Jackson Kowar down to Tacoma to bring up Logan Gilbert. I was a little surprised because I thought Kowar had pitched well, but
Yeah.
Dan Wilson, who if you watch the show, he doesn't give the greatest answers, or if you hear him generally, whether it's on the radio or anything or on TV. Um, he said they were looking for more consistency from him, and I was like, oh, interesting. So that's not entirely surprising. So it's nice. I mean, it's nice to have that. Oh, and because he had options, right? I mean, there are only a few pitchers that they have on the 26 man that have options. So, yeah, they claimed an outfielder off of waivers from the Reds on the 17th, Jacob Hurtubise, which Brittany, his numbers are very bad. Don't they the funny thing is they selected him what in the 39th round of the draft like 5 years ago, and Jerry said, bring him back. I
Want
I
that guy.
want I want that one.
Yeah.
So
He'll be gone, I'd imagine, probably before the end of the year. He'll be
I mean,
somewhere else.
yeah. I mean, well, that's the problem. Yeah, that's what I was saying to myself in the press box that day. I was like, they have better outfielders in Tacoma. Like
Yeah.
they have better outfielders sitting on the bench in Tacoma. Um, so I didn't understand that. But yeah, anyway, Luke Rayleigh, I almost said Logan Gilbert again. Luke Rayleigh came back on the 20th from the 10-day IL with that oblique. Um, and they DFA'd Rowdy Tellez. And now this was tough for some people. I mean, they always in recent memory seem to have the affable large man, Rowdy Tellez, Mike Ford, Daniel Vogelback, my goat, Deho Lee. Um, just unfortunately, it that move made sense to me, right? Because Solano was on a light simmer before this Cubs series, and then he really started to hit boiling point right now. Um, and you gotta look at the positional versatility. I mean, they're not gonna get rid of. You come back at a great time, Jake. They're not gonna get rid of Miles Mastrobuoni because he can play infield in the outfield.
Yep.
Um, I really wish they'd figure out something to do with Dylan Moore, but we don't have time to talk about Dylan Moore on this show. Um, that Brittany brought up, he has a 60% strikeout rate.
In the month of June.
Doo
It's
doo
brutal.
ass.
It's
He,
bad.
he
Um,
needs to hit Dylan more balls.
you're terrible. Um,
Good one.
Solano has been hitting better as of late. They owe him more money. Um, and he's playing a decent first base. Like I've been surprised. He had some good plays at first during that homestand. Um, yeah, they weren't gonna get rid of Solano because of the money though, and he's actually playing well lately. Um, they're not gonna get rid of a guy like Miles Mastrobuoni because positional versatility.
Name's too
Like,
funny.
yeah,
Do you,
that too.
do you have to hand it to Solano?
I mean, that's a great way to segue into this, but kind of. I mean,
So I don't know that that was the conversation though. I don't know if it was a Solano versus Tellez thing because those are two different sides of the platoon. I think Dominic
yeah.
Canzone had more to do with the
Oh,
Rowdy
that's right.
DFA
Yeah,
than anything else
that's probably
because
true.
he had options, right? They could have just optioned Dom and used Luke in right field. Um, but they very clearly saw something different in Dom this time around and wanted to allow it to play out at the big league level. And I think that was the right move. I would like to, I haven't had the opportunity to yet. I would like to take time and look at his swing and see what changes he has made because he has made some changes.
Hmm.
And are they going to play out long term at the big league level? They are so far in this very small sample size. He is raking, which good for him. Um, so yeah, I think it was they want to keep Dom up at the big league level, and they can use Luke Rayleigh as the other side of the platoon at first base. And it does 100% help that Donovan Solano remembered how to hit. It would seem.
Yeah, that is
Uh,
a great point. He does
it's
have two
terrifying.
options. Um,
What are his two options?
oh no, minor league options.
I
Smartass.
know.
Jake's
You
coffee has
know,
kicked in.
you know what's funny? With Dylan Moore in his 60% K rate in the month of June. I guess I didn't know he's been sitting at 6 years of service time. So
Huh.
it's
Wow.
good for him. Um,
It's a good thing we
yeah,
experienced.
I've long been a questioner of Dominic Canzone. I'm like, hey man, you can hit ball far and do the funny thing, but you strike out way too much. Um,
Pizza
hey,
pasta.
and yet like the other thing with the DFA too is it's not like Rowdy played well, unfortunately. Like he just
He
really had
ran
not.
into a few home runs and then
Yes, he had
that
the
was
funny game in Toronto, and then it was like, all right, I'm done.
yeah,
You
you
know,
knew what you
and
had there, right? Like you knew
yeah,
Rowdy was what he was. Like there was
he
nothing
yes,
more to unlock there. And
Yeah.
no.
there very clearly could be more with Dominic Canzone to unlock. And apparently with Donovan Solano. You guys, this is nuts.
It's nuts.
Well,
I
yes.
am more
Now
than
we can
happy to
fully get into
give.
Solano.
Oh gosh, I'm more than happy to give Canzone's Kevin Seitzer time. Um,
Yeah,
I want to see what happens there. So
yeah.
yeah, Solano, what's going on? What's happening there? Is that real? What's
I
happening?
I want to look at the splits here, okay? His
That's
You know
last
what I
30
love is
games.
they said, Solano, what'd you change? And he's like, nothing, man. Doing the exact same thing.
So terrible. His last 30 games, his average is 329. His last 15 games is 450. And then his last 7 games is 520. He is like fifth degree burn, if that's a thing, right now. I don't understand. Three consecutive 3-hit games, including a 2-homer game. What
Yeah.
him and Dominic Canzone, who also 2-homer game, 3 hits in that game against Chicago yesterday. Um, Sitting 320, 286 over his last 15 games, which solid. 286, 3 homers. Um, Half as many walks and strikeouts. So I mean, oh, he's even got a stolen base. Oh God, he runs so funny. I'm glad that the people on the internet are also seeing this. It's so weird. Someone said it's like he's using his biceps to try and run faster as opposed to his legs. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how
Yeah.
it looks. Um, yes, for either as the great Larry Stone nicknamed the Bash Brothers, for either of them, um, or both of them, if you'd like to talk about both of them, thoughts on these guys right now, because it's great when Brittany mentioned JP having a pretty solid year. Um, Julio being weird, but yeah. Um, Cal obviously like to get production out of those guys. you know, Again, I kind of forget that the Cubs are good. So to get that little bit of juice from those guys to help them win that series helps. But yes, for either of your Bash brothers, I ask you for thoughts. Jake, since you have returned from the land of the exploded computer, I
Yeah,
will go to you
sorry.
first.
Sorry, I built my computer to only work 54% of the time.
Oh my God.
Um, it's not real. Can't be. Can't. It's not true. Um, Games played in NL ballparks don't count. Um,
Wow,
I,
we're doing a lot of bargaining. This is a lot of all the steps of grief are coming coming too.
oh man, it's a lot of denial. It's a lot of denial, a lot of bargaining. We'll see what happens with anger,
Oh
depression.
no.
Already watching the Mariners. That's covered.
Yeah.
Uh, Acceptance, never. That's never gonna happen.
Fair.
Um,
You'll come around.
I, I
Like
don't.
Donovan Solano's bat when he's getting the hit.
Oh man, he's really got that thing in the sweet in the strike zone, doesn't he? I'm actually gonna look up his swing profile. That's the wrong person. Uh, we can't have two mediocre players named Donovan Solano and Dominic Canzone. Um,
Don
we
and Dom.
we got sinful glut of Doms, frankly. Um, I don't believe in this man. Can't be real. It
Are
can't.
you looking at his Savant page?
I am looking at his Savant page.
It's not great.
Ooh.
What's what the sweet spot launch angle sweet spot percentage? That's interesting. The rest of the numbers are, I would say, correct. I'd like
Yeah,
to see.
whoa, what is this?
Yeah, what's going on there?
What is that? This
What the
motherfucker is
hell is
not
even
real.
that? Let's look at his bat
What
tracking.
the hell is even that?
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Much slower than league average. His yeah, attacking angle percent is bad. His swing sucks. Um, did he just look into him? Probably. I do not. I'm not handing it to Donovan Solano. It's not real. Give me a month. Give me a month of good baseball, and I'll think about it.
Wow.
That's fair. I think you do have to have a larger sample size for sure. But I mean, this is a vet with a track record, right? A legit track record.
Well,
Um,
a record at
and
least.
is he is he washed now? Possibly. Um, do I think he's going to be hitting dingers like he did this weekend throughout the remainder of the season? Absolutely not. No. Um, but I think they pretty clearly saw something coming around in his swing that they felt good enough about to be able to run him out there against lefties. And I will be curious to see if they keep running him out there against righties. And sometimes older players, your swing can suck and you're maybe not making the best contact. But if you see it well and you can find a way to put it in play, sometimes that's good enough for a stretch.
Yeah. I hope it is, to be clear. I hope that he's
Yeah,
able to contribute and just like consistently get on base ahead of the rest of the bottom lineup because the bottom of the lineup feel it's they're so streaky.
it's really volatile.
It's highs and lows. It's either some of the funniest baseball you're going to see for the next week, or it's just three automatic outs down there.
No in between.
No in between, exactly. Yeah, and I hope that Donovan Solano stays on the fun side of that bell curve. Um, although his bat speed bell curve, he's not on the fun side of that.
Well, he's what, 37?
He's yeah, 37.
Wow.
That checks out.
Ancient.
Yeah, that does. I mean, the
Maybe he
last
turns
time
into like a Luis Ariz type if he can make
Jesus.
this kind of contact.
The Seattle Mariners finally got their Luis Arias. It
I'll
finally
take it.
happened. He's
Yeah,
just his name's Donovan, that's all.
he's just slow and old and bad
Yeah,
at baseball.
he is slow and old. He's been all right at first base. His
He's
defense
made
has
some
been
good
okay.
plays.
It's been
Perry
okay.
Hill said, I'm gonna give you some sprinkles here. You'll learn you'll actually play defensively, not bad.
He's not putting in one of the worst player seasons by a position player in MLB history anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Um,
God, it was bad for a stretch. Holy moly.
it was like 2 months.
Yeah.
That's not a stretch. That's a whole warm up. What? No.
Yeah. But as Jake mentioned, he has now attained replacement level,
He is
right?
replacement level. Yep.
That is
Let
so
me see if
All you
he's
can
got
ask
zero
for out
point
of your
0.1.
first baseman
Yeah, for
for a 54% team. Come on.
Oh my God.
uh oh my gosh, 0.2.
Let's go.
0.2
Chills.
F4.
Let's
Jerry
go.
does it again.
Gary has done
Chills.
it. Another talking point for the end of the season press conference. Let's go. Oh wait, I went to look up Dom Canzone and looked up Donovan Solano again. God damn it. I
Many
can't
such
escape him.
cases.
Can't
He's
escape
still
him.
here.
Let's look at Canzone's Fangraphs
It's
page.
it's not bad.
It's
It's not
remarkably
qualified
similar.
yet, but there's some decent red here. His
The
squared
numbers
up
for
rate,
Canzone
squared up
are
percentage pretty good.
Yeah,
fascinating.
and he's always been relatively good in that area. It was really the strikeouts that were killing him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And he's been able to cut that down. The thing with Canzone is when pitchers have adjusted to him, he has yet to be able to make the adjustments to those, pitchers
Hmm.
adjusting to him. So he is on a good stretch now. There's going to be tape on him. Pitchers are going to adjust, and I'll be curious to see if he can figure out a way to make those adjustments. But it's good to see so far.
Yeah.
I like feeling like when he comes up to the plate, it's either not like a home run or a strikeout. Like I like feeling like there is maybe another option. We have an option C now.
I guess. I like it a two true outcome. Strike
I
out the
like
home run.
I like the outcome. The pizza the
Look at
pasta.
the pizza. It's a spicy
I
fastball. Oh no, I struck out.
you're saying he needs to Dominic control the zone?
I'm gonna.
It's not terrible. I don't hate it.
Charles does. He's dead. I
We
got him.
we might. I don't know if it's gonna make the top 10 best Mariner dad jokes.
Yeah.
No, it can't.
I mean, are Mariner
I'll
dad
probably.
jokes like dad jokes about the Mariners or jokes about Mariners who are dads?
I mean, you
Both,
could go both ways.
both.
I mean,
Go
talk
both
about John
ways,
Power
like Cal
Crawford
Raleigh.
Oh man, I
hitting a
wanna.
home run with his Father's Day bat on his first
That was
Father's
so
Day since
cool.
becoming a dad. Hitting a
Uh,
grand slam. I mean,
yeah, I don't
that's
know what it was with them hitting grand slams in that the Cleveland series.
yeah, that was Cleveland. Yeah, they swept.
Because what JP did it and then Cal did it. I was like, wow, we're just very grand this series.
Hmm.
So, all
And now
right,
we have Donovan Grand Solano.
you
Grand
okay? You must
Solano.
be stopped. They need to take you away in handcuffs or something. Um, all right, that's we're getting to the end here. Anything in Mariner land over the past week that was not mentioned that either of you want to mention before we look at this series against the Minnesota Thai Frances
The Minnesota Thai Francis. That
Oh
is
man.
their proper legal God-given name.
For four
Accurate.
games.
for ungodly games.
What's going on there? What's the weirdly
The league
length
says, you know what? We're
series?
going to banish you to Target Field for 4 consecutive days. Deal with it.
Cross division 4 game series.
Hate it. But yes, any Mariner thoughts from the past week before we get out of here?
Shout out Randy. He's been good in June. You don't need him to be, like 2020 playoff Randy, but you need him to
Please,
be,
please, 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 please.
that would be awesome. Don't get me
We
wrong.
gotta get there first.
But you can't have those like absolute lulls where it looks like he is
Uncompetitive.
dead at the plate.
Yeah.
Like there's sometimes I'm like, are you alive up there? He's been way better. So shout out to Randy. Um, maybe we save Julio discourse for another day.
Oh, he was good.
I think because of what he's able to contribute defensively, like I think Brittany said this to me in the press box, but no, maybe not. But just seeing him make plays, seeing him use his speed to track things down that like other outfielders would have to dive for. Um,
It's
like
art, honestly, watching him out there, the way he glides in center field. It's really,
Hmm.
really beautiful.
Anything in
and
the air, I'm like, oh, who just got that?
yeah,
We're good.
and it's always a shock when he does it. So yeah, I will say yeah, before we probably do that, maybe next watch. Now he'll heat up or something in Minnesota. He'll see old friend,
Perfect.
old babysitter Ty France, and
Yeah.
he'll wake up. That's what he needs. He needs his babysitter to like hit him upside the head.
We are approaching
Um,
July, and historically, given his name, uh,
mm,
that is his month. So I don't know. We'll see.
July Leo.
Brittany educates two men on names.
Well, I mean,
Um,
if we really want to talk about the names in the month of July, we could, of course, talk about Gaius Julius Caesar uh,
okay.
and his calendar reforms. That
Nerd.
were basically still in use today, except for the biggest change, of course, to the calendar being when Pope Gregory slightly tweaked the way
Gregory
leap days work
Santos.
because the calendars kind of over time got out of sync with the seasons because Earth's orbit around the sun isn't exactly 365.25. It's like slightly less. So every couple hundred years, you need to skip a leap day. Yeah.
You know what's funny? You could have made all of that up, and I would have no idea.
Unfortunately, I didn't. That was
Oh,
all true facts.
Hmm.
Yeah, Caesar was Pontifex Maximus. He was the head of
no,
the religion
no,
of Rome, and so he was allowed
no,
to totally redo the calendar because it was considered a religious thing. So when he got back
Jake.
from Egypt after his Alexandrian campaign, he became fascinated with the lunar calendar, which they had used there, as
Holy
opposed to
nerd.
the
Is this your
sidereal
special
calendar used by Rome.
interest?
I studied history in college. Leave me
We have
alone.
to stop him. He's gonna. We have to stop. Oh my God. I totally forgot what I was gonna talk. Oh yes. Jesus Christ, Julius Caesar.
Anyway, the month of July
Um,
was renamed after him in honor of him and his birthday.
no, wrong. They named it after Julio.
The month of August was named after his adoptive son, Caesar
Stop.
Augustus.
Stop.
Although it wasn't named after his son, it was named
No,
after
stop
when he
talking.
You're cut
conquered
off.
the
You're
Egyptian
cut off from
How do
whatever
we
you're
mute
drinking.
him?
empire.
I hit the button. Yes. Trying to finish the episode. Wait, it's God. We can let him do that. I was just gonna say there is unhealthy discourse about that man, not Julius Caesar, about Julio Rodriguez. Um, that
There is.
just
No, there is. And
there are
and
folks who
and it's
just
almost maybe a discourse about the discourse that is
oh
to be
yeah.
had. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I would rather have him on
It's
my team
nice.
than not. I mean,
Yeah, I like
so
Julio Rodriguez.
it scared me every time he turned the microphone on now. Oh, where's? Oh yeah, right there.
There he is. He's bat flipping.
My thing, the bat's too close to him, so I have to like hold the thing away from him.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't get the Cal, but I did get the Randy.
All right. 4 games in Minnesota, 3 games in blasted Arlington, Texas, in the giant warehouse, giant Costco looking building of a ballpark. Costco actually looks good,
It's
actually.
Texas. It's Sam's Club.
Oh yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
been to a Sam's Club since the one in like Shoreline closed. Shame. Rip in pieces. Yep. 4 in Minnesota starting today. 3 consecutive 4:40 p.m. starts and a 10 a.m. to get away. 5:05 on Friday in Texas. 1:05 on Saturday, and then 11:35 on Sunday before they come home and they see those blasted Kansas City Royals. This is a sicko homestand. Royals and then Pirates on the last homestand before the All-Star break. Oh, Jesus. I forgot how the month of July starts. Royals, Pirates, on the road, Yankees, Tigers.
Yeah.
That's
Let's go.
gross.
That's
That
sick
is
stuff.
gross.
Let's go.
Don't worry. The Donovan Solanaissance, not a renaissance, the Solanaissance
Renaissance.
shall carry us forward.
Yep. Believe, Jake.
I don't.
What stage are we in right now?
Denial.
A denial for
Oh,
sure.
got it. All right.
I
Until
like
we
that
see you
Donovan
next.
Solano being good is actually grief-inducing somehow.
You know.
Yeah, that's a great way to end it. Jesus Christ. Until we see you next time, until Jake finds something else to tell us forcefully. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Water your Donovan Solano. Do whatever you can to make today a great day.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, how about those M's?
Oh, I'm excited.
I know. Where are you going to watch all those away games, though?
Away games. Huh. I was thinking of coming here since, after all, Rough and Tumble is the home of circling Seattle sports.
I love that idea. Hope to see y'all here.